Good morning. I'm out here on a real chilly morning. I think it's in the mid 30s, chilly for South Georgia. And I was thinking about people who are retired. And I'm retired. And I thought that this might help some of y'all who maybe are having a little bit of a difficult adjustment to being retired. It's common to think, oh, I don't have to punch the time clock anymore. I don't have to go to work. I don't have to bring work home with me. I don't have to report to someone else. I will have all kinds of free time, and so on and so forth. And maybe you dream about all the things you'll do with your free time. Maybe, which a lot of retired people do, you'll move from your current location someplace else. For instance, I moved about 450 miles or so from where I had been living for 18 years to live by my grandkids. And it took me, I've been here a little over 2 years now. Um, it took me, I'd say, a little over a year to start making friends. Yeah, I met some people, but it took a while. Thank heavens the apartment complex I moved into had what they call a sunshine club for people who consider themselves senior citizens. And every 2 months, they pay for us to go have lunch together at this neat farm that has a restaurant called Raisin Cane. And it's a working farm. So I started to meet some people like that. It's a very large apartment complex, so that was really nice. Um, really took me, about a year even to start meeting people at church. Now I go to a group, it's mostly ladies, every week when I'm able to, and I'm making friends with these ladies. But at first it was kind of depressing. For one thing, I was getting lost a lot. Even my GPS was getting lost in this new city. And, I didn't know where anything was. I had to get all new doctors and the dentist and, just all the things, a tax person and everything that you have to do when you get established in another place. It's like when you get married, except, it's not always the happy kind of occasion and the excitement that you have with starting a new life. It's starting a different kind of new life. So I looked around for clubs to join, and like when I was in doctor's offices, I was not with my head in my cell phone. I would sit and actually converse with people, which was really nice. It gave me a feeling a little bit more of belonging. And I started taking courses, learning in retirement at the local university. Um, but there are some things that have happened that have been particularly pleasant for me. When my life was governed by taking care of kids at home and having to go out and work outside the home and taking care of a house too, which, I don't have to worry about mowing a lawn and maintaining property and things like that since I'm in an apartment, so someone else is doing that for me. And I only have a very small plot of garden, so, I don't have a temptation to do some great big project that may be beyond me. Well, I started realizing that I was developing a little rhythm to my life. I was starting to get the hang of planning my time so that I was the type of person that used to, if something needed to be done, I did it right away. Now, I plan my time, for example, since I'm retired and I have free time, I've been helping working as a substitute for a few weeks at a local school, at my church school. And when I come home, instead of immediately taking care of grading papers or planning for the next day or something like that, I'll sit down and relax and just kind of make time for my mental health and my physical health, and also have time to kind of manage my finances too. I've just become a much better steward of my time than I ever was before. And I'm learning how to relax, and I'm learning how to play. And I just want to tell you that if you are retiring or you're retired and having a little uncomfortableness, awkwardness, despair, adjusting to it, or if you know someone like that, you really have to give yourself a bit of time. You know, in my case, after about, almost 2 years now in a brand new place and retired, I feel like I'm beginning to fit in. I more often find where I'm going in town rather than getting lost. And I'm seeing new things in my character developing that I kind of always wished had been there. But because of the pressures of child rearing and working outside the home, I felt I didn't have time to work on them previously. So there are a lot of good things, but it may take a little longer than establishing a new life took, for example, when you first got married. Hang in there. Seriously, it's really worth it, and it's exciting to see how you're going to grow and change in your retirement years. It really is exciting. I feel like I've grown more in the last couple years than I had in a number of years previously. Well, I'm headed back home to let the horses out. One of the things I've gotten to do in retirement is the last week or so, I've been house sitting on a farm. That's been just a real thrill. So, okay, I'll talk to you later. And, you know, if there's somebody who could use a little encouragement, you think this might help them, share it with them. Okay, well, tractor's coming. I got to get out of the way. God bless.